And welcome back to Single Mom Honey, the podcast dedicated to single moms with a focus on health, money, and everything in between.
All right. Welcome back. Hi, I'm Quaylen. Yeah, and I cover the health. There's always like something else to it, and I just can't ever remember because I got mom brain.
Look, this topic that we're going to be speaking about today is going to be impact for all.
Yes,
us included. And I am Aisha. I cover the money. So today we're going to be talking about something that I think is bubbling within a lot of moms right now, be it that you're a single mom, a married mom, a widow mom, whatever it is. As a mom, we tend to put ourselves last on a day-to-day basis. So today we're going to be talking about moving through motherhood, wellness, and working out. It's going to be an honest and uplifting conversation about how single moms can reconnect with our bodies and prioritize wellness, as well as redefine fitness. Make it realistic, make it sustainable, make it fun, make it something to include the kids in as well. But it's a way that you can make it a part of your everyday.
Yeah, because if it don't last, it ain't worth it. Anyway.
This is true. This is true. So, Quaylen, let's start out with you. What's your relationship with working out right now?
Fairly active, but it's like intermittent activity. Like, I do run the half marathon every year.
Mm-hmm.
Do I prepare for it? Sometimes.
But the fact that you're doing it is great.
Okay. Sometimes I just go outside and hope for the best, as long as I finish.
And you're moving.
Racing nobody. Exactly. Occasionally I take walks. I count adult activities as exercise too.
It helps. It counts.
I try to stay active. I want to get better at it. What's your relationship with working out and staying active and being healthy?
I just don't know how to prioritize it. I know I'm able to do those things. I know I should be doing those things. I feel like I have a love-hate relationship with working out because I love it while I'm doing it, but then I hate when I stop and got to start over again. It's the mental thing for me, not necessarily physical. It's a mental thing for me. So I need to start using it for some stress relief because, that's the never-ending supply around these parts.
I will say this, like, not everybody's a runner per se, but even walking, once you walk for so long, even like a brisk walk, I know that when I run, I do get a runner's high, and it's like, oh, I get to like actually breathe
Zone
and
out.
think. Yes. And we don't often get to do that as single moms. Like, you don't get to zone out. You're on 1,000% of the day. And there's not even 1,000% in a day, but you still got to give that. So,
yeah.
All right. So I will say this, as far as like stress relief goes, movement is very effective for me when it comes to stress relief.
Okay. Like, that's your go-to?
That, sleep. Sometimes just like sitting in the sun.
I'm getting that vitamin D.
Yes, recharging, activating the melanin.
That's how it feels too. You like,
yes. I need this. What else? I will say, with my schedule and just being a single parent since the beginning of time, I do find it very difficult to prioritize it. Like, I do know that I need it. And sometimes I feel like my body's just like, girl, you need to stretch. So then I stretch. Like, I try to do it when I'm in the moment. Otherwise, like, something else is coming up.
It's not going to get done. There's just another thing we're going to get to the list at the end. And that's why I feel like it's happened with me. It's just prioritizing me. It's so hard. It's so freaking hard. No matter how many extra hours I get in a day, how much
you get extra hours
I have. Yes, I do. Because right now it's summer break. So I don't have to do the whole morning routine, get them ready, transport them to the other side of town, and then come back to work for a few hours just to have to go back to pick them up again and then get dinner ready and bedtime routine. So I do have more time now, and this is probably the best time for me to start a routine. And that's actually what I'm looking forward to doing now because my kids are
maybe we could do one in the morning. We could do like a stretch routine in the morning while the kids is off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we could record and take a walk.
Video call while we're taking a walk to talk.
Exactly. So, or we could do stretches. We could do like morning mom yoga.
I hate yoga.
Okay, all right, fine. Stretching. We'll just call it stretching.
I be stressed. Yoga stresses me. I'm like, I ain't supposed to be transported to a different place. Not hell. But yeah, no.
All right, tried. Research consistently shows that regular physical activity can effectively reduce stress, anxiety, and symptoms of depression. Especially, this is especially important for mothers who, like us, balance or try to balance multiple responsibilities every day.
Yeah.
So I will say that exercise does definitely reduce stress. And when I am moving, it does help with depression and anxiety. It helps, it releases positive endorphins.
Mhm.
So,
And it gives you something to focus on, like, other than
mhm.
the issues, the problems, the fixing things, like, it gives you literally in the
It's like
moment, you are
a
focusing on your muscles, you're focusing on your joints, you're focusing on your strength, you're focusing on betterment.
the way you said focus, because I was going to be like distract.
Ah!
Distraction from the crazy.
I mean, that's another way to put it too. That is
Yeah.
true.
But it's all about the way you frame things, you
Yeah.
know, because you call it distraction or something that you're focusing on. It has two different feelings to it, you know?
Mhm, 'cause if it's a distraction, you're
Oh,
like, "Damn, I gotta go back to that." Versus,
exactly.
I'm beyond that, I'm
Exactly.
past that.
It's above me now. Why you look like you talking to somebody over there?
Al
Mm.
It's always people around me, always. A lot of different personalities.
Oh, the kids? Oh,
No,
Lord have mercy.
me.
See, I was trying to I figured as much.
Mhm.
Alright, so, like I was saying before, motherhood changes your relationship with your body. Now, I know before I had kids, I had what I would call, like, a 6 to 12 pack, and I'm not talking about beer. Like, I had abs of steel. Like,
Mm.
they were amazing, and then, after I had the kids, I had, diastasis recti, and I had, like, this 4 centimeter gap. No, I'm sorry, 4 inch gap.
Yeah,
Not centimeter, between my, abdominal muscle wall, and
I
it
have the same thing.
made yeah, it had a huge impact on me, and, like, all the things that I used to be able to do, I didn't have core strength. I was exhausted, you're heavier than you used to be, it's just you don't even have the strength or the wherewithal to even know where to start when it comes to exercise, because things don't work like they used to. Again, all the changes that happened during motherhood. What kind of changes did you have?
Definitely the diastasis what is diastasis recti?
Yep.
I have that. I have the max gap. What is 4 the max? 4 or 5?
I guess probably could go more.
Okay, well,
Shoot, who knows?
I have a fist that could fit in between my abs and doesn't
Yeah, that
touch
sounds
the
about right. That sounds about right.
Mhm. Also lower back pain. My
Oh
back was
yeah, yeah,
bothering
yeah.
me the worst. I had 2 C-sections, so
Mhm.
recovering down there as well and feeling the scar tissue build up after the surgeries as well was really bad. Actually, my recovery from my second one was better than my first one, which is crazy. I would
Okay.
think the second one would be harder because it's recutting open something that was already scarring. But that also gaining the weight, just not
Yeah.
literally everybody know the newborn stage. If you had a beautiful, wonderful, majestic newborn stage, I don't like you. And that's not personal, but it's
Yeah.
personal because so many women are like, oh, it's so easy. They just go out shopping with the little newborn and act like life doesn't change. They go wherever they want. I was confined to my home with my children and afraid to leave the house. My first son out, I think he was 3 months before the first time I actually felt comfortable leaving the house by myself with him. Like I went to Target and we were there for maybe like an hour, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes. I was like, oh, it's time to
Mhm.
go. He started crying. I was like, I gotta run home. I was so afraid. And I was breastfeeding too at the time. I was nervous to breastfeed in public. I was one of those
Well,
moms,
well,
you know.
me on the other hand.
Yeah, I know you whipped the titty out in a second. You and your sisters. I was like, okay.
Ah!
I was sitting next to your sister, she whipped her titty. I'm like, oh, okay, we just had a graduation. Okay, but my mindset is different. So yeah.
Yes, I mean, I think everybody's experience is different and everybody has their struggles in different areas, but I think a lot of people just struggle with accepting the new normal when it comes to your body.
Hmm.
The physical changes, feeling disconnected when you become a mom.
I
You
think
got to
also
learn
the
to.
societal pressures too,
Oh
of
yeah,
being the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
perfect
yeah.
mom, the Pinterest perfect mom, the Instagrammy mom, the
That was never me.
man.
Listen, my greatest weapon was breast milk because I
Mm.
know me, I get overstimulated. I said they start crying. I was like, nipple, like
So you
like
never
oh
bottle
yeah,
fed your children?
like supplemental, but mainly it was breast milk. I was like a cow for like forever. Like I mean,
I
I
know.
was just
You don't have to tell me. I've known
pumping
you
the
long
milk.
enough to know your moo.
I should have got a gut milk tattoo.
You shoulda.
Oh my
You
god,
still
it's
could get it. I
you're
mean,
so
it's
right.
expired now, but
You you know what? It is powdered milk now.
no, but you were very encouraging. I will say that during my breastfeeding journey, you were very encouraging. 'Cause I was like, her titties wasn't that big, but she breastfed 3 kids with them titties. You must have had an overproduction of milk or some thick ass milk that how was wanting that big. But me, I kept going.
Oh, mercy.
I
Well,
felt that's
listen,
it. That's one of the best things about motherhood for me was
mhm,
being able to say that my body not only created this being, but
but I'm
also my
feeding the
body
baby.
sustained this being.
Yep.
My children didn't eat food until they were 6 months old. They ate nothing but breast milk for the first 6 months of their life. And then I started putting them on solids. So yeah.
You said I did that. I did that. With the
We
shoulders.
did that. We did
I'm
that.
all right. And then, hey, like you said, it took you a while to go back outside. You got to get to the point where you just don't care. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm taking a baby out. I'm going to be outside. Yes, I look like a mom. Just, being confident and showing your strength through motherhood. I mean, that's all a challenge in and of itself. And I do want to remind you that, like, you're not working out in the same way you used to, but picking that baby up and down and bending all around, that still counts, in my opinion.
Like my arms were
Mother-
of steel because my babies were 10 pounds basically when they were born. So I was carrying them for 2, 3 years each.
Mhm.
One time I was carrying both of them at the same time. You do feel like you're working out because you got 2 big babies on you who don't want to be put down.
Exactly. What's something about your body or your wellness journey that you had to relearn after becoming a mom?
This ain't the same body you had before, girl. So
Oh,
stop trying to do the
absolutely not.
same thing before. Because before I had kids, I was able to drop a workout routine and pick it up like that, and it didn't make a difference. Now I drop a bottle and I go to pick it up. I put my hamstring. Oh Lord. Cause I feel a lot of a motherhood, especially in the beginning, you're in the same position. You're
Yes.
literally a puppy meal. You lay down, that boot flop out, and the babies go ahead and crawl to it and suck on it all night long, or you're holding them so they can go to sleep and afraid to move, afraid to pee,
hmm
afraid to drink, afraid to breathe, or they're going to
You
wake up
ever
and then you're going to have to start all over again.
you ever breastfeed them overnight and then wake up and your mouth feels like the Sahara Desert, like just dry?
Mm-mm.
Like, oh my God. I
That
was
kids was
like,
just sucking you completely dry, huh? Damn.
yeah,
No.
yes, yes. Anyway, I had to relearn that I needed to take time, like, and give myself some grace. I feel like, you want to say I felt empowered after I had the kids, right? But also I felt like I had this right hip and it was loosening from it was loosened. I should say it. I can't even say it. I don't think that's the right word. It would pop out the joint and I would have like a limp
Mhm.
every now and then. I think the ligaments and everything just loosened up during
Yes.
pregnancy, but it didn't go right back in place. So like
Yes.
I found out that like if I wasn't consistent with like working out, this popping or loosening of my hip joint was just returning. So it was like
Mhm.
I found out that exercise was much more important, than I thought it was. Like, I'm like, oh, stretching, all of those things. I have to do it consistently, or I got a loose leg. It's like a loose Barbie leg, like the one that just
Pop
won't
out of the
stand
sock.
up.
The ball chain just pop on
Yep.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
but
and
literally it would be doing that. I just be walking and just pop. So I was just like walking and carrying the leg,
looking
walking and
like you a
carrying the
Michael
leg.
Jackson Thriller
Yes,
going around the circle. Doo-doo, doo-doo.
with a baby on my hip. Like, yeah, consistency matters,
Yeah.
yeah, especially after having kids. Yeah, consistency matters. And I gotta like stay on it. Otherwise it'll be like Thriller part 44 because I'm 44 now. And I was
But
just like,
yeah,
okay,
it's wellness is beyond weight loss. I know a lot of us
yes.
moms, once again, like you said, Quay, your body is totally different than what it was prior to having kids. totally different than it was prior to have a kid. Two, one, two, three, four, however many you have. Your body is constantly changing to be able to create life, sustain life, and keep you alive too, boo. So, is
Absolutely.
wellness is not just about aesthetics. I know everybody's really interested in having the little teeny tiny waist, the thick thighs, thick hips, big booty, nice rotund breasts versus, having a body that got you to where you at, So we have to look at it more so than just looking cute in a bodysuit. How about exercising for mental health? That's extremely important. Exercising for energy. I know it sounds crazy. I'm going to be tired from working out, but you're telling me
Mhm.
working out is going to give me more
It
energy so I'm not tired? Come on
actually
now.
does that.
Math don't be mathing, but it does. What does it do, Quay? What does exercise do? You said
Releases
release?
positive endorphins into your system.
Now, what are
Exercise.
endorphins?
So, like you said, positive endorphins are feel good hormones, right? But
Mhm.
they are neurochemicals produced by your brain in your pituitary gland, and their primary function is stress relief, and they are natural painkillers. So
Mm.
think about that, natural way to reduce pain and stress, and you get all of that during motherhood. So that's why you may feel more energized. They make your body happy. And you got to figure out, like, some people are like, oh, I get a runner's high. Some people get it from different things. Like, you got to figure out what triggers your positive endorphins to come out and play with you. Like, so,
Mhm.
but exercise is definitely one of the most effective ways.
Yeah, I used to work out when I did work out regularly in the morning. It had to be
Mm-hmm.
the first thing I did in the morning because if I didn't, it wasn't happening. But I will be so productive. Like
Mm-hmm.
I will have all the energy in the world before 9 a.m., baby. What you
Well,
about to say?
well, well, you know what? With the positive endorphins comes like a reward system. So once they act on the central nervous system, they trigger like a cascade that releases dopamine, and that gives you like a sense of pleasure and accomplishment. So like if you
See?
start your day that way, then it's like boom, 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 boom,
Yep.
boom, boom. Like you're just winning.
Yeah. Oh, I got to get back. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm actually going to be joining the gym this month because I
Okay,
told
what
my
gym?
kids
What
that
gym you going to?
we don't have that many options around here. We got what I can afford, which is Planet Fitness, and that's all I'm be
Okay.
doing. But they do
Listen,
have some.
Planet Fitness needs to give a discount for single moms.
This is true.
Like a
Like,
single mom honey Planet Fitness collab so
well,
that we can
actually,
get
if you have an FSA or an HSA and
yes.
you have a fund, you could use that towards your membership. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to take it out of my
Oh,
account
okay.
so I can pay for it that way because that's preventive maintenance. That's
I know
trying to
that's
make
right.
sure that I am
Exactly.
taking care of my body so I don't get diabetes, heart disease, whatever it may be. I'm trying to prevent those things from happening. But exercising for mental health and energy are not only the benefits of exercising, but also, as we talked about before, stress relief, longevity. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I have noticed over the years my boomer mama
Uh-huh.
slowly declining, or rapidly, I guess you can decline it because she didn't take care of her body when she had opportunity to do so, which is what I need to be doing as well. Because when she was my age, she was just focused on being a single mom, taking care of her kids, working and stuff, but neglecting herself. I'm
Yeah, you
following the
can't forget
same
about
damn
yourself.
thing, huh?
You cannot forget about I said you can't forget about yourself because I
Yeah,
feel like at 40, you either go uphill or downhill real fast. And
girl.
you have to make that choice.
Yes, that is so true, and then also just seeing my grandmother, like, when I think about it, my grandmother was not even that old, but I only see her sitting in her recliner, her lazy boy, in front of the TV. I may see her get up and go to the bathroom, get up and go to the kitchen and cook, whatever, but not really an active lifestyle outside of just those few things. And I noticed my mom
Mhm.
ended up doing the same thing as well. So I don't want to end up that way. I want to learn from their mistakes and try to do better so I could be active for my children because like a lot of women in our generation, we're having children later on in life. I was 33 and 36 when I had my sons. So they're very young and want to be active and play and run and
At
stuff. And I
33 and
can't keep up.
36, so I had my first baby at 25,
Crazy.
and then at 30, let me see here. How old was I in 2013? I guess I'd be 31. Yeah, and then 33. But I will say this, each pregnancy, I knew that I had aged by the way that my body felt.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember my
And
cousin's ex-wife now, but
mhm,
at the time she was telling me, she was like, the second baby is totally different than the first one. She was like, I'm
absolutely.
telling you, it's totally different. And I was like, how? I don't get it. But now I understand fully what she meant. She was like,
You
you're
don't
different.
understand till you experience it.
Because the
Listen.
way she explained it, she was like,
Mhm,
you're further away from the body you once had
yeah.
after each baby. You're further away from
Oh, yeah.
your memory of who you used to be. You know, longevity as well as better sleep. I want to sleep like I did before I had kids. Hashtag
NyQuil.
Cleland's obsession with NyQuil. Commercial that we still have yet to see, guys. Just in case if you know what commercial she's talking about, go ahead and send us a message.
It
Okay,
was on this timeline. I know I didn't make it up.
she probably did. Go ahead and send us a message. All right, on our social medias at Single Mom Honey Official, or go ahead and send us an email, singlemomhoney@gmail.com.
You are
So
ridiculous.
I have noticed that not only do my body feel good, I feel like all
Mhm,
my systems are working the best when I'm working out, because I
mhm.
don't want to put trash in after putting all that time and energy into burning calories. So I'm
Right.
front of my mind is about nutrition. Also, hydration. I want to drink more water to cleanse myself out. You know, uh, after you work out, every movement you can feel it because those muscles are sore or they're building and stuff like that. So you're a little bit more mindful on how you move as well. And just going ahead and giving yourself grace, because there are so many different seasons of motherhood that you have
Mhm.
experienced or have yet to experience. Is forever. You're a mother for the rest of your life. You know, like
Forever.
you don't just be a
Forever,
mother
ever.
for, huh?
I said forever, forever, ever. Forever,
Forever.
ever.
Yeah. So just getting into that and realizing exercise is more than just being cute. No, it's a way of life. And I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh, okay. I don't even know where you're at.
Topic 3.
Talk about some realistic fitness goals for busy single moms. Like, how busy were you this last month? Because I was horribly busy.
May
I
was
had,
crazy.
yeah, May was ridiculous. Like, I don't want to repeat it.
May was like a fever dream. Did it happen? Did it not? Mm, we made it.
Oh, okay. Well, I was so busy, but I did run the half marathon during May. So I guess that counts. Ha 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 ha.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So May was super busy. I ran a marathon. I did a musical. I had my birthday. My daughter went to prom. My daughter graduated from high school. My son graduated from 5th grade. I worked and I worked and I worked. Um, I was also trying to learn lines for that musical, trying to
Which you
remember
did
them.
an excellent job.
I thank you.
Bravo. Bravo.
While dealing with personalities and, all types of personalities between work and adult theater kids. It was a lot.
Hmm.
So, I was active during that month. And I think like one of the big things is being realistic. If you don't have the time in your schedule, look at or take note of all the things that you are doing so you don't discount them, because maybe you are exercising, maybe you are working out. And hold on one second, I have a consult. You are okay. Okay. Lord, have mercy on me. Okay. All right. So remember that everything counts. So short workouts count. Dancing in your living room counts. Getting the D counts. Just moving at home with your kids. You could make a whole workout routine while you're cleaning your house, because you know that like you got to multitask as a single mom. And it always makes me think of the Karate Kid when Mr. Miyagi was always like wax on and wax
Hmm.
off. Like while you scrubbing the walls down, like wax on, wax off, and make sure you still work it out. Put some music on so that you're always moving. Just make your fitness routine fit your life instead of trying to like force it like early in the morning where you're not going to be like super effective. You
No,
gotta
I have to do it
hit
early
it.
or I'm going to talk myself out of it, girl.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever works for you.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, for other people, like, I need to sleep to the last drop because I'm exhausted. Like, I finally start to recover and then the kids be going back to school.
Don't
Yeah.
remind us. Don't remind us.
So, like, some practical ideas would include taking walks with your kids, quick YouTube workout videos. Those are fun. They have all types of videos. My mom is always sending me videos of her dancing with
Oh,
yes, or, just, like, doing boxing routines,
ooh, I like the
something
boxing.
that's fun. Ye yes, yes, and imagine my mom, she's a little older. It's cute. Exactly, she was like, "Cross, cross, jab." It is the most hilarious video I have. Dance routines, stretching before you go to bed. Listen, that stretching helps. That stretching will save your hips
See,
and
I've
save
never
you
been a stretcher, but I need
you
to.
need to
I
stretch because
need
when you get
to.
older, you gonna want to have stretch so that, like, when you fall, you don't just break stuff.
Right? Turn to
Mhm.
glass. Shatter.
Exactly. Weight-bearing exercise helps you, like, not to develop osteoporosis.
My grandmother had osteoporosis.
Yeah, you don't want none of that. That's
Yeah.
wild. Or you can try fitness apps. My sisters try those. They do, like,
I don't like
the
their fitness abs. Let me
well,
know
I
which
mean
ones they use that they like, so maybe I'll try a new
okay.
one.
I'll get back to y'all, ask them about
Yeah.
it. 'Cause they're always doing, like, some type of wall Pilates or, just something. Or you can always, like, hire your own trainer if that is in your budget. Like,
Mhm.
someone who will they my, sister Kelly had a trainer coming to her house. Yes, yes, like, whipping her into shape right around her house because she couldn't get to the gym. She always had the kids. And sometimes for our single moms, shoot, we don't have a sitter. We
Yeah.
are the primary caregiver and you don't have the time to get away or you don't have the resources to have childcare during those times. So, what else? What have you tried at home?
There is an app, and I have to find the name of it, but I haven't
Mhm,
done it in years, but it was a challenge app, and you would sign up
mhm.
for it, and you would put, like, 5 or $15 down. And if you met all the requirements for that challenge, you would get money deposited back into your account. Because it was money focused, I was on it, girl. I was like, I ain't losing all my $5. I ain't losing all my $15 I was walking around this neighborhood trying to get my steps. I remember one time I logged in and did my walk, but I didn't use my GPS. You have to have your GPS on the time in order for it to be proof that you did it. Girl,
Uh-huh.
I went out there at 9 o'clock and did my walk because I refused to get a timeline of how you have to get done in a week. And I refused to get rid of my $15. Now, it was good that I did 2 walks in one day, that was awesome, but
Yeah,
because it was monetary based, it gave me more, so I gotta get back on the app, I gotta find out what it was, but you sign up for different challenges and you have to input your stuff in every single day, and it keeps me
okay.
motivated, and then you just get deposited and you can the money deposited to your account on the app, and then you can use that for another, challenge, or you could just, withdraw it
Okay,
from your account, so yeah.
that's a good idea. 'Cause
What
I
about
think if
you?
you pay for it, you're more So look, I have attempted to sign up for things like that, but then I'd be like, "You want my money? Imma pay you for me to work out when I
Yeah,
can work out for free?"
do you work out for free?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's about the
That
motivation part of it?
yeah, yeah, 'cause I'm more motivated to save my own money, like,
But that's one of the reasons why I've been so hesitant on going to a gym. 'Cause I was like, I have to figure it out in my schedule before I have
Mhm.
somebody have access to my account, taking money out of my account every month. If I know I'm not gonna do that, 'cause I've done it before, had gym
Mhm.
membership and for a whole
Oh,
year,
me too.
probably went 2 times, but they were taking all that money out every damn month, and
Every
I'm
month.
not going back to that anymore. First, my money is limited now. That was when I was single, Aisha. I am, uh, well, I'm still single, Aisha, but now I'm single, Aisha, with 2 dependents on
Singular,
me. Yeah.
singular.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. So that's when before I had kids and any responsibilities that I could just waste money. But now I'm like,
Exactly.
oh, that $20 is lunch money for the week. Like I can't be having that come out and not be using it. So
And the way the
I have to have
economy
a
is going,
schedule.
that $20 ain't lasting a week. That's lasting a meal.
Cool. You right. You right. You are not lying at all.
All right, so let's talk about mental wellness and emotional health.
Okay. So as we said before, movement definitely is emotional release.
Uh-huh.
Um, the stress lives in the body always keeps count. If you don't release it
Absolutely.
through journaling, through prayer, through physical, through mental, do something is going to manifest itself inside of your body. And who knows where it's going to go? Who knows how long it's going to last? Who knows how big it's going to get? You have to release that stress and not allow it
Absolutely.
to live inside of you.
Because it
You
has
know,
a physical impact on your health.
yes, absolutely. Like, I have experienced burnout. It's scary.
Mhm.
It's probably one of the
Listen,
I had
and the stress of motherhood alone is enough to take anybody out.
yeah, yeah,
And
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 that's And then
Found out with single motherhood, like, that's a lot.
yeah, and just as we have talked in recent news of so many women who are burnt out to the point that life no longer matters to them, be it
Mhm.
suicide because they didn't get the help that they needed or didn't feel like they had the help that they needed, be it homicide, taking their children out with them because they couldn't handle it anymore. These are true and real situations that everybody is living
Absolutely.
every single day. And to take care of your mental wellness is not only for you to be a better person, but also to be a better mother to the people who depend on you every single day. Um,
Mhm.
your emotional health is just as important as your physical health. And those
Yep.
two can combine, our powers combine, make you a super mom or more, But like anxiety is no joke when it
I
comes
agree.
to motherhood because when you're an anxious person, you cannot get overstimulated. When you're a mother, you are constantly stimulated. So it's like these
Right.
two things are going against each other and it's just like explosion about to happen. So
Absolutely.
if you don't take care of
Absolutely.
one, the other one is not going to take care of it for you. They're just going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger till you just fucking pop. And that's not okay. Wellness habits to discuss that will help with mental and emotional health will be therapy. We are huge advocates for therapy here at Single
Absolutely.
Mom Honey. Talk to someone who is
Yes.
focused on just you. Just
And
you.
find someone who is for you because, sometimes, you get discouraged when you meet a therapist and they're not a good fit. Don't quit.
hmm It's just like dating. Find which one
Ugh,
works for you in your
girl,
life.
girl, that I don't know if that was encouraging because the dating pool got pee in it.
Well,
So,
these are people who are paid to talk to you. So you the pimp. Okay. All right. They're the prize. So you got to, figure out what works for you.
okay.
Yeah. Go listen to our episode
Meditation.
with Megan, the hustle healer, Beal. And she
Absolutely.
talks about breath work and how that can be beneficial to single moms. Huge, huge advocate for that as well.
Um, Getting a morning routine together. Like we said, when you get those positive endorphins rolling and you get like that dopamine flowing and you get that that cascade of feeling like accomplished and just refreshed and happy and like I mean it's awesome if you can get started in the
Mhm.
morning, but remember, if you're not a morning person, you can start that later in the day as well.
Exactly, exactly. And then sleep hygiene. We talked about sleep
Oh
deprivation.
god.
If you haven't
Yes.
listened to that episode already, go ahead and listen to that as well because that is the stage before complete and total burnout. Like sleep is necessary. We're human. I know we're considered heroes, but we are still very much human. And also realizing that there is no guilt with taking a break. Sometimes you just
Absolutely
gotta
not.
sit your ass down and say, "Give me 30 minutes." Ah!
Yes.
30
And
minutes is
remember,
not opiate.
no is a complete sentence. That's all you have to say.
Exactly.
You gotta explain yourself. It's no.
So let's go over and talk about the overcoming barriers to working out, Quay.
Okay. So barriers to working out. Those would include childcare limitations, gym intimidation, financial limitations,
Mhm.
feeling inconsistent or discouraged, lack of motivation after long work days. Just
Mhm.
remember, like, consistency is key. You know what? If you have childcare limitations, work out with your kids. Go to the park.
Yep.
Listen, take a walk. Include them. Like, it doesn't have to just be a solo workout.
I feel like my kids are like my personal trainers because, like I told you before, they already told me, "Mommy, you said you were going to join the gym when the summer started." I said, "Summer did not start. It starts June 21st. It's not June 21st first, but they will be on top of you, okay? And not only that, when you work out with them, they have endless amount of energy. When you try to keep up with
Mhm.
them, those are your personal trainers, okay? They're not just ops; they're also your personal trainers.
Exactly. Um, and don't be intimidated by the gym.
The
Like,
gym is intimidating. It is.
okay, first of all, you know what's intimidating? Childbirth.
Well, I don't know. I
You
never
had
did that
these
either.
kids.
Well, I mean, I got cut open. That was scary to have something put in your back. A needle this fucking big twice. As you said before, consistency matters more than perfection.
Yeah,
Not only does consistency matters more than perfection, also just moving matters more than the perfect outfit. You don't need to spend all that money on Lululemon, on Aloe,
not at all.
on all those
Not at
things
all.
to look the part, but you ain't moving around. Like
Exactly. And guess what? None of them stop you from sweating. And after childbirth, I swear to goodness, I just get hot for no reason. Like my hormones were all
I think
over the
that's a
place.
menopause, girl.
Listen, it clearly wasn't because I had 2 more kids after the first one.
Oh,
But I'm
wow.
talking about like my heat regulation system on the inside was just all over the place. So like
Hmm.
before I could run miles with no sweating. And then after that I was just sweating after the
Wow.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so when it comes to the wellness of motherhood, single motherhood, just remember that your body deserves care, patience, and compassion. We hope these tips were very helpful for you who are
Yes.
currently on their wellness journey or in the same place as me, which is starting a wellness journey for myself so I could be a better Aisha, but most importantly, a better mom as well. And if you would like to add tips onto this episode, go ahead and send us an email, singlemomhoney, or you go ahead and send us a message on any of our socials, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, as well as YouTube at Single Mom Honey Official. Go ahead and make sure you subscribe and rate our podcast wherever you are listening to us. We enjoy fives, because we are single moms. We're single mom heroes, and we try to do the
Exactly.
best we do.
All right. So until next time, you bring the tea.
And we got the honey.
All right. See you next time on Single Mom Honey.